It's been a hard fight, but U.S. officials say progress is being made against Islamic State militants, with more than 6 million people in Iraq and Syria no longer living in areas controlled by the terror group. Special U.S. Presidential Envoy Brett McGurk warned efforts must continue.
We need to make sure that we keep our foot on the gas and follow through.
And as Islamic State militants go into retreat, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov foresees more battles to come.
Despite
the fact that ISIL is in retreat in Syria and Iraq, we need to make quite a few additional efforts in order to stabilize the region.
During a meeting with African leaders at the Anga Wednesday, President Donald Trump pledged U.S. help in the ongoing fight against terrorist groups on that continent.
Terrorist groups such as ISIS, Al-Shabaab, Boko Haram, and Al-Qaeda also threaten African peace. The United States is proud to work with you to eradicate terrorist safe havens, to cut off their finances, and to discredit their depraved ideology.
A spate of terrorist attacks in Europe indicates the threat is constantly taking on new forms. European Union President Donald Tusk.
2017 showed us that Daesh, as a territorial entity, is fated for defeat. That's good news. Sadly, however, repeated terrorist attacks, also in Europe, demonstrate that the threat continues.
Asia is also no stranger to the scourge of terrorism.
Having
been a target of a number of terrorist attacks myself, I personally empathize with the victims of terrorism and appreciate their need for protection.
For too long, the conflict in Afghanistan has been viewed as a civil war, said Afghan President Ashraf Ghani.
But this war is not within our soil, it is over our soil. Today there are over 20 international terrorist groups with an imposed presence on Afghan soil. The future of Afghanistan matters because we are on the front line of the global effort to eradicate the threat of terrorism.
China and Russia's foreign ministers stressed world leaders need to fight terrorism together without using what they referred to as double standards, or associating terrorism with one particular ethnic group or religion. Cindy Saine, VOA News, the State Department.